Hi, it's John Birmingham. Check this out. It's the Paul Diaz, and forget Paul Diaz. That's to work people up, not rile people up, but to get them excited about Jake Paul winning, who's the one who should win tonight. He's fighting Jake Paul. Okay, Jake Paul's gonna beat the crap out of fucking Paul Diaz. He's gonna really knock the shit out of him tonight. And I'm gonna watch this fight with my sons Rowan and Ivan. And okay, that's kind of crazy, but usually I have never watched boxing with my sons. I think I've never watched boxing with my sons, and I've tried to get them to not ever box. But I have to make money, and I don't know if we're going to end up boxing people or not, but we're probably not going to box anybody. We're probably not ever going to box anybody. People in our family didn't box, but I have to pay my bills, and I don't know if we're going to end up boxing or not. Me and Rowan and Ivan, or just Rowan. I think Ivan wouldn't want someone to punch his face, and, and so I think he wouldn't want to do that. But Rowan might want to fight people, and I might have to fight people to make enough money. I don't know. So it sucks. So I don't know, but I hope Rowan doesn't fight anyone. I really hope we don't fight anyone. So I'm going to go to the internet. I'm doing this. I'm going to the internet. And this is pretty funny. It's taking me a while to do this thing. I don't know why. So here, I'm going to go to the internet. I don't know why this is making a funny sound. I'm going to go into the preferences on. I think it's just because the preferences you go to here, streaming or output. No. I have the bit rate set really high. I'll put it at 20,000. I don't know if that's right or wrong. I put it at 20,000. Okay, I put the bit rate. So here's what I'm going to do. This is John Birmingham. Hi. This is pretty amazing. This is so funny what I wrote to Rowan and Ivan. I don't want to fight anyone. It's kind of stupid, but we're watching the fight. We're gonna watch the fight, and I wrote this to Rowan and Ivan. I said, I must have said other stuff. I didn't know. You can already see it, so I may as well say it out loud. When Mama got water on kittens. Mama raised the cats to feel bad when they got water on them, so they didn't like to take a bath, because she always liked cats growing up, and she wanted cats. So when she was in her apartment in LA on her own finally, and her dad was helping her with money to be an actress there, she got cats, and she probably thought like she didn't like how they had water on them. She thought cats didn't like water. She thought that's how cats were, and she liked that about them. So when she'd raise a kitten, she wouldn't put water. She'd make it annoying if water got them. She'd make it too cold or too hot or something, and she'd make them not like water. And then it sucked because I was like, why are you raising them to feel afraid of water? And I thought it was stupid. Then what if you have to give them a bath? But it's not stupid. It's just she just likes to. There's something that made her feel good about cats, like they don't like water or something. So I said, when cats are raised as kittens and growing up to feel comfortable and safe and loved in warm water, then they like taking baths the rest of their lives in water when they're safe and comfortable, and they feel okay about taking baths. When they're raised that way from kittens, then they're normal around water, and you can wash them. And I sent them this video of I sent him this video. Excuse me. No. This cat who's raped. Whoops. This cat. This is a Facebook video. I didn't know how to make it larger on the desktop. Not that one. No, it's annoying. Now it just looks annoying as crap because Danica has always beaten me on the internet crap. She's beat the shit out of me at social media since 2005. She's tried to make me look bad on social media since 2005. It really sucks. It really sucks. She wanted to be better than me on social media, and I just took all kinds of abuse from her on social media. So it looked like it was rubbing the cat's ass and wiping on it and all this annoying shit when I showed it. But I don't know if it's because of her or what, but she has won that one and so many other ones. Now she took the kids away from me and had them for 6 years. And I got the feeling from her she wanted me to show this on my channel. So let's see what it actually says. I think I told this to Rowan and Ivan, I asked them this first. Are you watching this? I said, are you watching this? I think we are not supposed to box. This is on YouTube. And I said, don't ever call Ayla a retard, or you're calling all of us retards. It'll come back to you and all of us. But, mostly him, if he calls it your own sin. It looks bad for your family to call someone in your family a bad name. It's not nice to call it to your sister or brother. So I told her not to call us any bad names. I don't know why it's showing all that. But I love Danica. We have little arguments or whatever, and we love one another. She loves me. And I said, I think we are not supposed to box, but this is on... I said, I think we are not supposed to box, but this is on YouTube. I'm going to try to zoom in on it. It's not zooming in. Yeah. Of course, do shit like that. I don't know. And so then tried to zoom in on it. It's really weird why it wouldn't zoom in. I pressed the command plus sign. Did nothing. I pressed the zoom in on the mouse. It did nothing. Okay. If it was a little bigger, it might... Well, here's how I can do it. You can go to the program and make this way bigger. Make this bigger. And then... this will show the text a little better. Hi. I'm sorry I broke that thing earlier. It got angry earlier. I didn't like the way I looked in the video. And Ayla told me, and well, I got the thought from Ayla. She didn't tell me in words, but I got the thought from Ayla. That beautiful the sunlight out there. It's really beautiful. There's no sunlight that looks like that anywhere on Earth besides in this neighborhood on this mountain. There's no sun that looks... I mean, it's the same sun, obviously, wherever we go on Earth. There's only one sun. But there is no sunlight that looks that beautiful anywhere on Earth that I've ever seen besides there. But it made me look older. It started to make me, feel bad about the way I looked. But I didn't think about it. It was just a little bit. It made me look a little bit worse, did underlighting on me and stuff. And then, so it made me feel like I looked older, and I got the thought from Ayla, that sun will scare the life out of you. That sun will scare the life out of you. The sun, and she knows what it means. I used to call it the sun here. But the sun looks different in various places on the Earth. It doesn't look the same wherever you're looking at it, or even in the same town. They're based on the longitude, latitude, whatever it is, the topography, the wind, the altitude, all these various things, the nature around the house, how it reflects on the clouds, or just not even the clouds, just where it is. The sun can look different based on where you live, but people may not want to admit to that or not. And Ayla's only 6 years old. Anyway, I was trying to protect her from even saying anything mean to her. And I got the feeling from her with all her heart to all my heart, from even 1,000 miles away, that sun will scare the life out of you. that sun will scare the life out of me. And I got really afraid. And I was pretty afraid by it. I didn't know how. So when I broke that mirror in the video before that, I think somebody was maybe going to send a cop to my house and like who knows what, just for breaking something in my own house. I didn't break the law. I didn't do anything wrong. I just broke a thing in my own house, my own stuff in my own house. I didn't say anything mean to anyone. I wasn't going to hurt myself. I wasn't going to hurt anyone else. I wasn't depressed enough to hurt myself. I said I won't hurt myself in the video. But so then before like somebody got angry and tried to make some nonsense excuse to, I just threw something against the wall and broke it because I didn't like the way my body looked, and face, and the way my face looked. I didn't like the way my face looked, and so I threw the weight against the wall and it broke a mirror, and I think if it scares the life out of me, it would be from like, I don't know what. So I put the video. I think I might delete the video. I put it on private. If you want private, the sound, what private feels like, squeezing somebody's legs till it cuts them off or some shit. The anxiety from private. Like I don't know why. If it comes from my dad, like he wants me to make everything on public so he can see how I really am. I think he likes watching my videos and he thinks private is like somebody who's just entering the military. He doesn't like the word private because I told it to him one time and it felt like it was hurting my body. So I think he really watches my videos and doesn't tell me. And he wants me to put the truth about everything on there so he can see how I really am. But he just pretends that I don't know he's watching. And the anxiety all went away that time from the word private. And I was afraid to say it, and I actually said it, and the anxiety went away. It just hasn't been that good. But the anxiety and crap today, I didn't feel that good after that. I got really depressed. I was going to leave the house, and I think I'm going to leave. I think my dad might buy the house because he can sell it for more than twice as much. If he takes his time to sell it, maybe does a few things to it. And and some guy, it's under contract right now for $320,000, which is not that much for a house these days. The house prices aren't like the old days. It's not 2008. It's gone up 55% since then. So that's at least in, I think many places in the U.S. I'm a real estate expert. I'm a real estate expert, but I may not know how the real estate is well, I know about real estate everywhere in the country, but I don't know if it's gone up 55% everywhere. Some places maybe a little lower or higher, or actually, if it's LA has steadily gone a little bit down in the past 2 years, which is amazing if I move there because maybe it'll go up in value, or I don't know. But LA's gone a little bit down in real estate, and I know real estate well enough to know like the prices of stuff. Anyway, so I said I want Jake Paul to win. This is a miracle. And this other guy before these two guys got on stage, Jake Paul and Paul Diaz, and they may be on stage now. This Mexican guy and a black guy got on stage, and it was live, so I felt like I was interacting with them wherever they are. And the black guy was winning, and I acted like I was punching the shit out of them. The Mexican guy was just like all the meanness and hitting the side of his head, and I had some ability to make him lose. I think it was like something about it. I wanted the black guy to win because I didn't want a Mexican guy to win the first smaller fight, and then Jake Paul to beat a Mexican guy. So then, because then I thought like then it'd be like a white guy and a Mexican, and that's too racist. I wanted the black guy to win if Jake Paul was gonna win, and I thought that was just my idea behind it. So I acted like I was like mean as shit, like really punching the Hispanic guy. But then I was worried about his head, and I was like, I think he has a problem with his head. The first Latino guy that got knocked out, or not knocked out, but he lost. His face looked really bad in his head, and his eyes were a little swollen. The black guy just looked like regular and healthy and really strong. I'm not I don't have really low body fat, but I'm really strong, and I can lower my body fat if I had to fight, but I don't want to fight, and so I told Rowan and Ivan not to fight a couple years ago because I was almost thinking about I might have to do it to pay bills or something, and then I think I can just sit in the audience in a fight and maybe just not even do that and just do real estate. But this is the only video I've ever really made on boxing or fighting, and I think I know Jake Paul's gonna win. Jake Paul's gonna win. So I might show some of his video, but I'm gonna turn the sound of his video off. And then I said this: I want Jake Paul to win, but I think people want him to go to jail and think he may. And this is what I think Danica wanted me to show the audience that on my YouTube channel. Maybe she won. Okay, I don't know. No, I think she wanted me to like look like I was crazy or something and act like there's something wrong with me. So then she'd pretend. I don't know, but it was for a good reason, for God and Jesus. I got a thought from her with all her heart from 1,000 miles away. I got the thought, put this up now before it's too late. Like, I had to show this. It was really funny too and good. I had a good feeling about it. She doesn't want anything bad for me. This is like a good feeling. I said, but I think people want Jake Paul to go to jail, and I think he may have to go to jail for for a day or a few days. Like, here's why. See, on his channel, he asked his fans to vote when he is going to knock out the Mexican guy. Paul Diaz, I think he's Mexican or Latino, this other Mexican guy. That's the big fight with Jake Paul and Paul Diaz tonight. But before, they had another Mexican guy and a black guy fighting right before they got these guys on stage, and they're about to have these guys on stage, or they're fighting now finally. I think, and we're gonna see who wins. I'm gonna play it, and and his fans voted way more than anything else in 3 to 5 rounds, and that Jake Paul would I'm gonna show you where this picture I took from his. I made a picture, a screenshot of his this is the guest house thing. Here it is. Here it is. This is from Jake Paul's YouTube channel. This is YouTube channel. He said, "What round do you think he's gonna?" He said, "What round do you think he's gonna knock out Nate Diaz?" And I voted in 1 to 2 rounds because I kind of like Jake Paul. And then I noticed 53% voted 3 to 5. So what does 3 to 5 mean to you? Because I've always heard when they give people a jail sentence, they give them 3 to 5 in jail, 3 to 5 years in jail, like 3 to 5 years in county, something like that. 3 to 5 years in county for you. So I clicked on 3 to 5 after I clicked on 1 to 2, and I think I ended up voting for 1 to 2 just to see what the results are from where he said. See, 53%. This is on his channel. See, 53%. That's 53% on his channel. The other ones are way small compared to how many. All his fans voted that he knock him out in 3 to 5. And I think it's because they wanted Jake Paul to be put in jail for 3 to 5 years or something like that, because he was been being really mean. So at a big like political famous level, they were saying he should go to jail for 3 to 5 for how he's been, or like God was trying to show Jake Paul, you gotta go to jail or something for how he's been, if he's been mean, if he's been really mean. If he's been mean as shit, bunch of shit. She told me to be loud as I can in my thoughts. I got the feeling from Danica's heart, being really loud about it, like, when I was saying mean, because I actually threw the thing against the wall. So I voted 1 to 2, and here's what I told Rowan and Ivan. I said, see, on his channel, he asked fans to, I said to Rowan and Ivan, on his channel, He asked his fans to vote when he is going to knock out the Mexican guy. And I'm going to show you this fight. On his channel, he asked fans to vote when he's going to knock out the Mexican guy, Paul Diaz. And, he may be Latino or whatever, or he may be white. I don't know. Paul Diaz. He has a last name called Paul Diaz. And his fans voted way more than anything else that were the options. They said that he'd win in 3 to 5 rounds. And I thought they were hoping that he would get 3 to 5 in jail, because that's often a sentence they give people for a crime, 3 to 5 in jail. And it worried me for him, but I think it sounds fair for Jake Paul to win. And if he was a bad person being really mean to other people or something, then he should go to jail for like maybe 3 to 5 days. And if that's what God wants for him, so if that's what God wants for him, I think that sounds fair for him to get like $20 million and win the fight and not get hurt, but then he has to go to jail for like 3 to 5 days, if that's what people have voted for him already on his own channel, like here or here. This is on his own channel. He said, "What round do you think he's going to knock out Nate Diaz?" And 3 to 5 set rounds, which looks like 3 to 5 in jail. Like the anxiety or the real words that God was telling him, 3 to 5. That usually means a prison or jail sentence. A jail sentence, 3 to 5. Like he must have been being really mean. So I said, let's watch the fight, and maybe he'll get 3 to 5 days in jail if he deserves it for being mean or whatever. Like the anxiety that the police thought, he might deserve 3 to 5 days in jail if it was that bad. And then he wins the fight, gets $20 million. He doesn't get hurt at all, and he only gets like 3 to 5 days in jail. So let's look at the fight. I'm going to turn the volume down because I don't have the rights to it. I'm going to play the fight, and let's see if he's fighting right now. This is going to be funny. Oh, he's talking to somebody. I don't have the rights to it. This is his video on his channel. Only 1,558 people watching it right now. There may be millions of people who watch this video. This is his fight. Well, if 8 people watch my video at once when I have a video and it's hours long, or sometimes 3 people or 10 people or 15 people at one time, and then when the video is done it gets like 100 or 200 views. If it's this long, it would get 200 views. If it's on for hours like this video, then times 500, if 1,600 people are watching it, that's like times 500 what people are watch on my channel. If there are only 3 watching at a time on average throughout the entire day, which is kind of low, so maybe like, I don't know, whatever, 400 times this many views. So that's like 800,000 views. When this video is done uploading, when this video is done going live, this got the video on his channel, it may have, now it went up to 2,800 watching right now. Now they're about to really start watching. It may go up to 20,000 watching at one time. So millions of people, when the video is done filming live, maybe millions of people will watch this as soon as it's uploaded and done being live. So then it may go way bigger than that. This is a pretty big video. There's Joe Rogan, I think. And the black guy who fought the Latino guy, the black guy had nothing wrong with his face. He was young, good looking, healthy. His nose looked really good looking, not like these guys' nose who look punched. Jake Paul has a good looking nose and face, like it looks like he didn't get punched like those other guys. And I don't know who that guy is, but it looks like their noses are punched. And I think that's Paul Diaz. I don't know. Jake Paul's 25. I don't know how old he looks. There's Paul Diaz. There's Jake Paul. Jake Paul is a famous guy. His brother was Logan Paul. He's getting more famous. He's only 25 and he's pretty famous. That's Paul Diaz. Not the older guy. That's his coach. These are like, that's Paul Diaz, I think. These are random people. There's Jake Paul on the left. There's a guy who got knocked out. Jake Paul must have knocked him out. There's Jake Paul on the left. I don't know who that guy is. I don't know who that guy with the sunglasses was, looking cool or whatever. There's Paul Diaz, I think. That's Paul Diaz. That's Paul Diaz. Paul Diaz fighting the young looking guy. I don't know who that guy is. I think that's Paul Diaz on the right. And they're about to fight. Oh, it says countdown in 9 minutes. So I think Jake Paul's going to knock the shit out of this guy, the Paul Diaz guy. He's going to really knock the shit out of him. He's weaker too. Paul Diaz looks weaker. Jake Paul's strong. He's pretty strong. I'm stronger than him. But he's younger. By the time he's my age, he may be really strong. I don't know. Because it takes longer to get like really strong, unless people like work crazy hard at it. But I don't know. He's lighter than me too. He has lower body fat than me. You can tell Jake Paul has lower body fat than I do. These guys look kind of skinny, but they're kind of strong. But Jake Paul's stronger, I think. He's pissed. Jake Paul's pissed. He wants to knock out this guy, Paul Diaz. I think he's like Latino. I don't know. No. It's too bad because I thought the Latino guy was the first Latino guy was going to win, but I felt bad for the black guy. Like, why would the whiter looking people win? Like a really white guy. Jake Paul's really white, and then the Latino guy. And then I thought it'd be better for the black guy to win the first round. So I acted like I was like punching him, and like really one of the strongest people on earth, like really mean, just punching the shit out of him because the black guy was losing. He was losing, and then I acted like I was punching the shit out of the Mexican guy every time the black guy was punching, and then the black guy won. And there was not a scratch on the black guy's face. He looked like he had a young face, and he was really strong and healthy and had a good looking bridge of his nose. It wasn't like punched small like those other guys. Like Paul Diaz. Like Paul Diaz's nose, it looks punched small like a boxer. Fuck you. Fuck you, bastard. Oh shit. No. Hey, bastard! Punch him in the head. Oh no! No! Punch that bastard in the head. Hey, Diaz, punch his eyes. Oh shit, he's older than shit now. No! I want Jake Paul. To win. Come on, bastard Diaz, punch him in the nose again, bastard. Little weak box's nose. Beating the shit out of. Get plastic surgery, bastard. It's never gonna go back. No. He can get his nose to go bigger again. They can do surgery on it, but he shouldn't box after that. He just shouldn't box again after. No, he might try to. He looks like there's something wrong with him. Like he can't really punch. But Jake Paul punches the shit out of people. I think Jake Paul's gonna maybe beat Mike Tyson if he gets to fight Mike Tyson. But who gives a shit about that? I might have to. I don't hope I don't fight it. I have to fight. I don't have to fight anyone. I hope. I don't know. Look how skinny and weak Paul Diaz looks. Hey, oh man, I know. What is it? Jake Paul may have a baby or something on the way, so he has to act like I rationalize it like he has to act like he's like like an older guy because he's 25 and he has a little baby. He's teaching his son how to box. Like, I don't know. But I think Jake Paul's gonna win. Hey, of course he's gonna. Oh shit. That bastard may be you, John. No, John. No. Okay. Jake Paul I think may end up going to jail for 3 to 5 days or a day. But I think he's gonna win, and I think he's gonna make like however much, $20 million or something like that at this fight. I don't know how much he's gonna make, 2 million. I don't know how big this fight is. I'm gonna try to look it up. They're not showing it yet. They're playing this stuff on repeat. I'm gonna look up how much will Jake Paul win if he win against Paul Diaz. He's guaranteed 2 million, even if he loses. If he wins, he'll get 5 million. As for Nate Diaz, he's guaranteed 500,000, but it could be 1 million if Nate Diaz is not going to win. So Jake Paul is going to get probably $5 million, or maybe at least 2 million, maybe at least 2 million. I don't know. So. Yeah, it's not as big as like Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. That would be huge. I think that will be a huge fight if he fights him. I don't know who will win, Mike Tyson or Jake Paul. But I've thought about fighting because I'm strong enough and I'm young enough to fight. If Mike Tyson can fight in his early 50s, I don't know. I don't want to fight because I don't want to hurt my nose. That's pretty much the only reason why I want to, and I don't know how it ever hurt anything else on my body because they can't punch your legs, and I don't want them to hurt my legs. And if I was like too heavy to skateboard or something, and I don't know what they can't punch your below your belt. I don't know how they'd hit me in the balls or anything. I don't know how that would even hurt it. I mean, I don't know. But this is awful. One time I imagined like one of my friends, like some guy who's acting like he was trying to like be with my wife or something, and acted like I was trying to punch him in the air, and it like acted, and I got the thought like he got like a boner really big, like, and I punched it, and he thought it felt good to him. Don't fight though, because you could end up with one of those hurt. Like, don't fight too much. Oh shit! Oh. Like, I don't want to get people to fight unless they already do things like fight. But oh shit! No. I don't know. Unless you're already like Jake Paul or something, if you think you can fight anyone. Like, the way Mike Tyson fought people is he'd choose someone who he thought he could win against. And he thought he could win against everyone. He thought he could win against... Countdown, 1 minute. 1 minute before the fight. Jake Paul. No, but don't fight like... Just... Maybe you're like Jake Paul. I don't know. Maybe you'll like fight people, or I don't know. But it's not that good to fight. It hurts people. It could hurt their head. If somebody gets punched on the street, they could be permanently crippled or brain damaged and unable to walk if they get punched on the street without those punching bags and without being in a ring. I mean, without those punching gloves. Without the punching gloves. There's this guy... shit. You don't want to think about getting hurt. But one time this guy came up behind somebody and punched him in the back of the head, and he was like crippled for life. He fell down. It was on the street. So don't punch anyone in the street. Like, if you had to, like, wear those boxing gloves so it doesn't hurt people as much. And punch them. But, like, in a ring, you never want to fight anyone on the street or in public unless it's in a ring. if you had to, but don't do that. You know, I may never. I may never fight you unless you already do. Unless you already do that stuff. I don't. That's Paul Diaz. Knock the shit out of his head. No. Knock the shit out of his head. I don't know. I don't know. He talks like, "Hey, Jake Paul. Oh shit." Like, you got that feeling when I first watched Jake Paul, like he was pissed. He was pissed if I didn't watch his fight because I watched his channel. Like, he wanted to like knock people out if they didn't watch his fight tonight because he wanted all the subscribers to watch his fight. Like, he was pissed. He was like, but then I don't do stuff like that. I think that's why maybe he might have to go to jail for 3 to 5 days. For the anxiety of that I thought, like, I don't, because I thought on here, what, countdown to 8:34? Where's the fight? It started the countdown again, but I thought on here, see, they voted what round you think Jake Paul's gonna knock out Nate Diaz. And 3 to 5 got 53%, way more than anything else. So it looks like they want him to go to 3 to 5 years in jail or something like that. That's what 3 to 5 usually means, like a sentence that they give people when they give him. But he probably went. It's probably an anxiety to make him feel bad for him being mean and smoking weed and fornicating and the party lifestyle he has. So maybe he might have to go to jail for like 3 to 5 days, but then he'll get like millions of dollars from the fight either way. So I don't know, but that's Jake Paul. He makes a bunch of money at this kind of stuff. He made money really young. I don't know why he fights. I don't know why people started fighting. I don't know. I don't know why people started fighting. I usually don't want to fight, but like tonight it showed up again. His fight, just from watching his channel, like they try to get people interested in fighting. I don't know why. Hey, look at the old guy. Hey, oh shit. I smack you in the head. Oh, I don't know. That's sad. I don't want my son Ivan to fight. He doesn't want to fight. He doesn't like that stuff. He works out with weights and sometimes doesn't. And like he doesn't want to fight anyone. I wonder when this is gonna excuse me. When is this? Excuse me. What is the... What time is the fight? What time tonight? No. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. With the main event ring walks. Oh wait, the event will start around 8 p.m. with the main event ring walk scheduled for 11:30 p.m. tonight, Eastern Time. Okay, it's in 3 hours. I think the main event with Jake Paul. So we'd have to wait till tonight to watch it. It's not it's in 3 hours. It's yep. Whoops. Now shoot, third one. No. What is this biggest fight of the year? Jake Paul versus Nate Diaz. It may be the biggest fight. I don't know. Anytime Mike Tyson fights, he must get a bunch of money. But it looks like Jake Paul's getting about as much money as like Mike Tyson is making now. Like, I've never had anything go wrong with my head from anyone punching it. It's actually felt stronger if I punched it. But I don't want to fight anyone. Oh, there's, what's his name, McGregor. There's, I wonder if he fights his two really famous guys, McGregor, who has like $100 million or $200 million from fighting. The Irish guy, the skinny Irish guy, but now he's stronger. Conor McGregor or whatever. He broke his foot because Donald Trump was in the crowd, and I think Donald Trump is like super powerful, and he didn't like something he did, and Conor McGregor like broke his ankle really bad. His whole entire leg broke, like Conor McGregor, because like Donald Trump was so powerful and was in the audience. And I think Donald Trump thinks that like Jake Paul reminds him a little bit of Conor McGregor, but I think Jake Paul, Jake Paul's way different, and he's kind of like Donald Trump, and I think Jake Paul's gonna win. I think Jake Paul's gonna win. I think Jake Paul will win, and so I think Jake Paul's gonna win. So it's gonna be on tonight in 3 hours or less than 3 hours, 2.5 hours or something like that. Here's his actual fight, not the one on my channel. But here's, oh wait. Why are you having a fart? It's weird. I don't know. I don't know. I ate a bunch of food. No. If you ate the food, it may be too late for you to fight, to be in a ring. Ever it's too late. Ever it's too late. It may happen to you, my brother, my friend. You say that loud. This is the last thing you ever ate as you're farting. Then you may have I might have a problem if I have gas. If you ate too late, that's supper for all of us. If we ate too late, too loud do you do? You see what comes out of your mouth? People are stupid. They ate now too late. See, you farted, ate too late. I don't know what that is. Hey, Jake Paul, hey. Oh, he's in good shape. He looks cool. I don't know. I don't know. I'd like to get in shape again enough to look really good. I'm in okay shape, but I'm not in as good shape as him. He has lower body fat. I'm stronger than him, but he has lower body fat. This guy is weaker than him. Paul Diaz, he's not very strong. From the video I've seen him, yeah, he looks like kind of skinny, like in regular. He's gonna lose. He looks kind of strong, but not compared to Jake Paul. I don't know. I don't know. He looks kind of strong and skinny and like, but Jake Paul's stronger than him, I think. Yeah, way stronger, I think. Jake Paul can fight better. I can tell. Yeah, Jake Paul's stronger. Look, he's covered in tattoos. Almost. Not 100%. He's covered in tattoos. I didn't know that. He's skinny. He's a little bit strong, but not as strong as Jake Paul. I think Jake Paul will win. I can't see how this guy would be. He's a little scary too. I mean, not scary, but like actually having to fight him or something. Like he's like kind of scary. I know. But maybe I shouldn't worry about somebody punching me in the nose. I didn't want him to punch me in the nose, so I didn't want him to fight. But maybe he wouldn't do anything bad to me. If I really had to fight, I think maybe I could fight or something. I don't know. I'm not going to show myself trying to look strong. I just had to itch my arm. But I'm stronger than Jake Paul. I'm stronger than Jake Paul. I don't know what this looks like now, but I'm stronger than Jake Paul. Like, I just happen to look like this right now, whatever I look like. It's stronger. But I'm fatter. I have more body fat, so I'm like some dad that, like, you know, is big or something, but that's kind of how that's kind of how I am for the kids. But I'm really strong and have like I'm like a dad right now. I have a dad bod, but way more muscle, I guess. But sometimes people say they have a dad bod and they look like competition level strength training, and they say they have a dad or competition level like really athletic and strong, and they may be on steroids, and they say they have a dad bod because they are a father and they're a dad and they love their kids that much that they do that. I've seen somebody do that. Or maybe a guy on steroids, but not that strong, but he had low body fat. But he was stronger than, I think he was like Jake Paul, a little stronger than him or something. Oh, here's Sid Vicious. Oh, this guy's skinny. I didn't want to show Jake Paul because I felt like it was like, oh, he's so cool. He's in really good shape and walking around with no shirt on, and like women like him. And I was like, hey, man. But here's Sid Vicious. I won't show that. Looks like he. Oh shit! No. I was starting to watch Sid Vicious and Nancy, Sid and Nancy, but that's not. You don't want to be too much like them because he died. Sid died. Sid and Nancy. I found a video on them. Yeah, he's in good shape. He does not do steroids. I think, because Conor McGregor, I think what he did was that after the weigh-in I think was the day before the fight. I think, unless it's on the day of the fight, I think it was the day before the fight, and then he took steroids and ate a bunch of food and really worked out before the fight, and then he was on all kinds of steroids, and then like his leg broke in the I'm gonna look up when do they do a weigh-in for a fight, the date. Yeah, the day before a fight. I knew it. I thought that's what. So I think Conor McGregor took steroids after the weigh-in to get ready for the fight and be like super in shape and strong, and his body couldn't take it, and his foot broke. His entire leg broke. It was so gross. I couldn't look at it or think about Conor McGregor for so long because he took steroids and was like way stronger and heavier looking just in one day. The weigh-ins usually take place the day before the fight. That is crazy. That was scary as shit. It made me not like fighting and all, but that's not why I didn't like fighting. I just felt sad and bad that people would punch one another. And I watched this video of this guy who rides bikes, and somebody punched him on the street and he was permanently crippled. But in a ring, they don't really do that. But there's some mean-ass looking, really mean guys that fight. But you have to be like the biggest, strongest one of all of them, pretty much. Like anyone on earth, to be like Mike Tyson. You have to be able to knock out anyone. And that's how Mike Tyson was. He had to be able to fight everyone on earth. But you don't want to be that much like an animal, because he walks around with tigers, man. See, he had tigers as pets, man. Can you imagine he would punch out a tiger so hard that he could walk around with it? That was like scary as crap to me. that's why I was like, I might not want to fight Mike Tyson. He was the only one who I thought I maybe wouldn't fight at one time. One time I thought I'd start fighting people a few years ago, and then I was going to start getting really strong and act like I'd fight people in a ring, and then I thought, this is awful. This is really bad. And I thought, this is not something I want to do. And so then I told my sons Rowan and Ivan, this is bad. Let's not, don't ever fight anyone. Don't punch anyone or anything like that. And then all of a sudden, in the past few days, my son Rowan punched some karate thing he was doing, and it broke his hand like I broke my hand when I was a teenager. It's because of Al, something to do with Al, because like I used to be able to like hit things or punch myself in the head, and it would make it stronger every time. And like other people would be like a little scared by it, and it didn't. It made me feel stronger when I did stuff like that, and it never hurt me. But when I met Al, I punched myself in the head, and it did something to where it like hurt my hand. It not permanently that time, but when I was in high school, I had to punch out this guy because my friend Nathan was there, and he was about to punch him and hurt him really bad. So I had to punch out this big strong wigger when I was in high school, and it broke my hand, and it was awful. It was awful. I was only 17, and I don't get in any fights ever again because on the street, on the street. It's on the street. I don't. Oh shit. And then oh shit. And then because that's illegal, but I had to stop him from punching my friend Nathan, because my friend Nathan was small. I don't know why they started a fight. My friends started a fight in Hardee's, and we had to go to like court, and they didn't show up or something like that. And so now I don't get in any fights, and I would just call the police rather than get in a fight. Why is it doing this? Where's everyone getting out of here? It looks crazy. And so I'm pretty much good. I'm pretty. Oh, I think Muhammad Ali said that. But I usually don't watch fights. I usually don't watch fights, but tonight, for some reason, I watched a fight, and I watched the guys who fought before Jake Paul and Paul Diaz. Maybe I can show you. I'm gonna go back in the video with live Jake Paul and Paul Diaz and show you the black guy and the Latino guy. Diaz, who fought first. Before then, whoops. Not who fought first. Who fought who? Who's the like an opening? Who knows what they call in a fight? The people who fought before Jake Paul and the other guy. Oh. But don't ever fight anyone on the street, like in this, when people get in a fight, like in a business or out in public or something, or you could end up looking like this. Wait, not that guy, but like this. Someone, or not, just call the police, but you'll probably more likely you'll look like Jake Paul. They probably wouldn't kill you, but I might, like, who knows what, but you'd be okay. If you have to fight, if you really have to fight to defend yourself, you probably wouldn't get hurt, but don't break the law. Call the police first, only as a last resort if people were like raping somebody or trying to attack them or some crazy ass shit. Then you might just look like one of these skeletons to scare the shit out of them or something, or think that with all your heart and scare the crap out of them and like start trying to punch them to get them away from you if they're attacking you and hurting you or some shit. That maybe that would be the worst of it. We hope to God. So that's I don't know, but so that's good. This guy acts cool. He's in Ohio. He's in really good shape and doesn't have any worries because he has his wife and his child alive and well with him. But Al doesn't have his wife alive. Al doesn't have his wife alive, so I don't know what that feels like. Oh, I found out I'm one. Oh, I found out I'm. I found out I'm 1.7% Asian. I don't know. I don't know. I'm filming from a low angle. Okay, Jake Paul and Nate Diaz or whatever his name is. Nate Dogg. The LBC. No, the white guy already won, but like the Jake Paul and Diaz, whatever his name is. Hey, where's the guy? I want to. Hey, I'm not interested. Wait, oh, I don't know. No. Wow, people are really watching this stuff. I'm trying to find the guys who fought before them. I'm scrolling through them to find when they're fighting in a ring. When they're actually fighting in a ring. If I can find it. Where's the guys who fought? Okay. What about the Jake Paul fight tonight? That's my friend. Jimu in the Vampires of Zanzibar. He played the vampire with long black hair. He's from Sweden. Jimu. He's really nice. He has short hair now. He stayed at my dad's house while we were filming. He was only 17, and he liked trauma movies. He's a filmmaker. My friend Jimu. I don't know where the fight is with the people. The opening fight. I don't know. Get out of here. Hey. Instagram. I'm gonna show you my friend Jimu, who's in the Vampires of Zanzibar. He's nice, but in the movie he looks scary. Jimmy Johansson. He started calling himself Jimmy after he was in America with us. He used to be Jimu. We called him Jimu in the movie. Here's Jimu. He's a filmmaker. Jimmy Johansson. Oh, Jimmy Johansson. It turns into sounding like Arnold Schwarzenegger when I try to talk like Swedish. Here he is. Maybe he has a baby. No, he doesn't have a baby. I know he doesn't have a baby. I think he has a little sister who is little. This is Jimu. He was in the Vampires of Zanzibar. Oh, he has a shirt that says Schwarzenegger. I think he's at a bar. I don't know. Yeah, he's at a bar. I think he doesn't own his own house. He works at something. He works at some regular job. He's a filmmaker and makes money at that too. I think that's his little sister, his baby sister. I think she's big now. She must be a teenager because in 2007 she was a little girl and he was only 17 when he acted in the movie Vampires of Zanzibar. His mom and dad said it was okay. I think he was 17 unless he was 18. And Bjarni was 18, this guy from Iceland, and the other two Icelanders were 17. And Bjarni, who's in the movie, the guy with blonde hair in Vampires of Zanzibar, he was 18. I better get out of here. Maybe this is his girlfriend now. Jimmy's girlfriend. They're in Sweden. She looks a little different. Maybe that's normal in Sweden to have people who look like her. I don't know. That's his girlfriend. I don't know. Getting out of here. Get out of here. Get away from it. No. I don't really want to watch the fight. or think about people who try to pretend like they, I don't know, are sexy right now. But Jimmy's my friend. He stayed at my dad's house, and after that, like my dad liked, I don't know. Where's the? Ooh, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna turn this video off. I think. I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna turn this video off. It's annoying me, like pretending like I like the way it feels on my private parts. I'm just gonna move to California because it's too awkward in Virginia being this close to my mom and dad's house. I think, and they know Jimmy, so it just made me feel awkward right now. So I'm gonna go. Okay, bye. If you want to watch the fight, you can watch Jake Paul fight tonight on his channel. Yo. I don't know. Hey, actually, I'm really strong. I didn't know that. Wow, I'm still pretty strong. I'm stronger than Jake Paul. I'm older. I have more body fat. If I get in really good shape, maybe I could actually do the fighting stuff. I'm in like okay shape, but I don't know. Maybe I'm never supposed to fight. I don't really want to because I don't want him to punch me in the nose. But I think it wouldn't hurt it. It's just, I don't want to think about them punching me in the nose. It'd just be weird. But if there's some way they could put those things on their face so that it doesn't hit their nose, like if that one hit their nose and it just punch those, maybe that's a weak way to do it. If I had to just go out there and punch them, then I would just, maybe if I had to punch them, I would in the ring. But I don't really want to. I think I don't want to, so I'm probably not going to do it. Yo, strong. But I have more body fat, so he's all ready to fight people right now. I haven't dyed my hair. It doesn't look that great. I don't know what it looks like. Anyway, so I'm going to go. Okay, bye. You can watch the fight in like 2 hours. You can watch it on YouTube tonight. Okay, bye.